Trending in China, where we dive into the latest buzz around the Chinese economy and beyond.
We run the village as a company. The nations are more emphasized and putting more policies to support the rural to develop. So that was our opportunity. So it's also the question of asking people, why here? Why this village? Why here? So unique design is not designing a infrastructure, it's to design your development. So I want more people to living here for the long term. And the old residents can also stay in here.
Welcome back to Trending in China. I'm Zhang Yi, your host. And today we're jumping straight into part 2 of our conversation with Guo Shanqiuyun, an overseas returnee who's been taking part in transforming Tangjiazhuang, a village in East China's Anhui province. Last time, we heard how Guo left her cosmopolitan life to breathe new energy into rural China. In this episode, together with my guest host Zhao Jinzheng, we will hear more from Guo's story, from running a village like a company to battling identity crisis for a village in the age of social media. So, can maybe Guo share more with us about the key projects you've implemented there, like Jinzheng said, and how they've impacted the local economy and residents? Like you said, you started multiple projects. What I've heard is like there's a bakery in the village and also maybe like a ceramic studio. They're all like very refreshing style of, projects to me, because my understanding of the village is still like the countryside, the fields, and maybe some like ancient halls, things like that. So can you introduce more about these to us?
The implementation. So basically, I think as we were discussing in the very earlier time, actually, I think the rural development at this point, all the implementation that was happening or development going on is still based on a business. So I think right now, we also tell the government what you need to do next is to see the development as a business. So you are the host, or us, we run the village as a company to this village, and we manage the whole company. You need to see what you need to invest. So in the before, we invest the bakery, we invest the ceramic stores, but the ceramic studio is not our invest. It was the new villagers who joined in this village. It's their business, yeah. So we have the new villagers who bring their industry to come in to join this village for the happening, and so it was a corporation. So actually, the new villagers, what they bring in is the corporation. So as you run this company, you will see in the future you have lots of corporations to join in. But in the other hand, we need to see is that how do we can estimate the spend and the income. So it's actually where the income will come from. The income is connecting to whether people can stay here long term or short term. If people cannot earning money, they will become like the old residents that maybe just I was born here, so it was my hometown. So that was the reason for them to choose to stay here. But all the young people or the other people, even the new residents, they will go, they will leave. They will leave eventually. They will leaving this village. So you want people to stay here. So you need to create this environment for them to see if I can do something here, either for money or you have your own accomplishment want to happen. So Anyway, we run this whole village as a company. So then we will see, first of all, what was the spends, because in this village, the all the natural resources is belong to the village itself. So we need to know how that we can use these resources to create something new, to create something different. So we can use the empty houses to create a lot of the common spaces. But in the other hand, common spaces, or now we see a lot of coffee everywhere, coffee shop everywhere, coffee shop in a lot of villages, right? Coffee shop everywhere is because the first people they're very successful, and then everyone is joining this line to see, oh, here I need a coffee shop, and here I need a coffee shop, or here I need something different. But in fact, if you run for a long time and you're not earning money, the investment is failed. So basically, it's a small project that you're helping these people to do their business. So so in this side, we will see that in the whole the whole company, that we can use the like free money or very low interest money from the government. So we can use this money. We can do what we can do. We can do some broadcasting. We can do some cooperation with like the TikTok, not TikTok here, Douyin or Xiaohongshu, right? We can do a lot of this kind of work. And then in the other hand, we can use this kind of money to do something like we can create some project. But that project is that you need to see which project is suitable or just for this village. For example, if you move a huge like Disney, small version of Disney, put in this Tangjiazhuang Village, that is not suitable for this country, and it's not suitable for this village, right? And then if we can bring a lot of, and then if we're not controlling the villages, they want to do like what's that? They want to do a restaurant, and then you will have restaurant everywhere. The people are here, that no one will. Then why they were coming here for eating, right? So all the things is behind of that part. First of all, is you need to run the village as a company, and then you need to plan. So all the time we mention to the government is that you need to plan what kind of project can do, what kind of project can invest in this village, and what kind of development is it's like the stage. So what is the stage? What is our first stage? What is our second stage? And in the first stage, how much money you need to spend, and how much income in the next year we can create how much income to the whole company. So in that case, that every money that we spend, even the government money, we know that this money can increase our village's income, so that everyone can benefit from this company. Yeah, so that's the basic line for what we're doing now, to shape our idea. Not that you need to, you see, if everyone, not it's because the idea that I think this area is very beautiful, and then I want to invest a coffee shop here. Then you will have coffee shop everywhere. You will have coffee shop in all the villages, but that is not suitable. Maybe you don't need a coffee shop here. Maybe you need the other type of stuff here. Then that was the plan that you need to create for this village.
And yes, I totally agree with your ideas. So another question is that how did you create a thriving industry that combines the agriculture and culture and tourism and something like that in a small village? And how do you accomplish that?
So first, actually what we are doing right now is actually because the government's their idea is also changing. So they also see the other provinces or the other places are happening. They're doing some very interesting projects. So also they're shaping their ideas, their minds too. So in this part, we are actually we're giving advice to the government that the for us, our business, so our company, and also the local, the government, the financial supportive company, and also the village, that those three parties that we can all join in as the shareholders of a new company. And this company is emphasized in what we are running in the next. So what stuff we can use to run the project, and then what people we can use, and what part of things that we need to do next. So in this part, actually, we are creating this I think this one called 整村运营, so it's called the whole village running.
Maybe something like that.
So basically, you're running the whole village. So you are running the people. You're running the resources. So we have the river resources. Then what kind of project, maybe fishing? It's suitable. We can create this project in here in this village, and also we want to. So it's a lot of things that are going on here. It's just when you shape your idea, when you shape your mind to a company side, then you will know what things you will do next. Yeah.
Okay, so I recently heard about this term called village CEO. It's actually called 乡村运营官, 乡村运营师. So Guo, is that how you define yourself? Like, because from what I've heard, you are operating this village like a company. It's actually a company. So we're talking about the whole village operation. So you started from maybe an entrepreneur in this village, and now you are like the village CEO. I've heard many of the successful stories about Tangjiazhuang, and how would you say over the past decade here, the challenges you've encountered, and how did you overcome it throughout the development progress?
So I was named the village CEO, I think 2 years ago, and then but at that time it was the title. It was a title given me for my accomplishment in the past years. But now later, actually, the turning point, I think, is starting from this year. More is that we know our role in this village CEO. It's actually, no one is defining this career. No one is defining this career, right? The village
it's hard
CEO,
to define, right?
Yeah, it's very hard to define, and no one is giving a standard. If, for example, you know a CEO in a company, how your career standard is, but no one is giving a standard for village CEO. In the village CEO is more the economic side. So we're giving advice, we're giving the direction, we're giving our brain, and we're hiring people to do things for the economic, how to increase the economic development, but not how to manage the village. So we need a helper. Actually, for example, they can manage how the people living in the village can develop. But in the other hand, we are the economic brain. So we are giving the economic advice for the village, how you can go the next step and the further. So basically, as the difficulties that I encountered, it was a confusion. Actually, I think it was a confusion that you're giving me the role, but I don't know what I can do. It was the most difficult part, is that I cannot adjust this role to my career, and also I don't know really this title can lead me to do what things that I can put my voice into. So later, so the past maybe 1 year and a half, so gradually, when also the government, like the brain is changing, then we are actually developing this new way that really can adjust your title into the development, because now we want to take the village as a company, and then us and also the other staff, that the whole party, that we also join in to really create a company. That is the role. And in this company, that people are giving money. People, we have a party. We have the shareholders to give money. We have the shareholders that can bring the resources, the rightness that you can use these resources. And then we have the shareholders that can bring the staff, can bring the team that to join this company. So as the three part, that all together, we have the money, we have the right, we have the resources, we have the brain. And then as we all together, we will discuss how the money will use, how we will change, how we will create different projects later on, and then how we can also hire, or we can attract more, the other new business to join in our program. Yeah.
I was once browsing some of the comments from the Chinese social media. So they said in some villages that has been developing in a very fast speed, that from their opinion, they said such villages has lost their identity, and they said they are encountering a identity crisis. So how do you manage to attain Tangjiazhuang's cultural heritage while still modernizing it?
I think Tangjiazhuang is that we have a controlling speed for the development. In the past 10 years, you can attract a lot of ideas from like the social medias, for example, like the Douyin and the Xiaohongshu. So everyone is getting explosive information from the social media than before. The speed is way fast than before. So every day we can see, they will say this video, they have so much more comments and then likes. But for us, I think it's still like, you are now coming back to think, if you want to copy one by another, then later on you are not like copying the successful one. You are losing your identity. I think one of the reasons of the identity crisis is because we're getting too much more information from the outside than before. So in the before, we knew that we want to develop, we can control the speed. But right now is that once you have been exposed to too much information, at that time you need to pick what is suitable for you. So this is the point that to avoid identity crisis is that you need people to have the brain, to have the mind, or have the team to know what kind of things is suitable for your identity. And it's not so that was the crisis. I think it's the whole point for the crisis, identity crisis. Yeah, I think it's the explosion for the social media. So with social media, you will have this project, for example, you can see, in the Anji period, right? You will have this 打卡点, 网红点, a lot of things happening. And then, but you cannot copy all. You cannot create to bring all those things in here. And so it's not suitable for the size, also for the community. Because you just only have this space to develop, and you cannot address everything in here. So basically, it's a pick. And also, I think another point is the taste. So every time when we were discussing, we also discussed a lot of questions under this issue. So we said, well, right now we have the AI period, right?
Yeah.
Even the AI period is also not increasing the information. It's even faster and quicker that you can get a lot of things to do if you can use the AI very well. So once the AI period coming, the very thing that can see if you're successful or failed is your taste. I think at the end, it goes to taste. So you will have the people who have the taste to tell you what things is okay, what things is beautiful, what things will be successful here, and what things, if you do in this area, if you're doing in this direction, it will not be successful. So you will have people to tell you yes or no. And that is taste.
Mm-hmm. So are you the type of person who tells people like what good taste is?
Or maybe not me, or maybe it's the whole team. So our team is like, so me and my team right now, we are developing is actually, we are telling people what we think the good taste is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In some way.
Yeah, like
but not
Guo
just me.
yeah, like you previously mentioned, you have to figure out what suits best for this place. You've mentioned like we have these coffee shops here and there, it's everywhere. And me as a mere tourist, I always feel like sometimes I feel I'm bored with these kind of coffee shops. It suits anywhere. It can be in Yunnan, it can be in Tangjiazhuang, it can be anywhere. So in this case, sometimes it's meaningless.
Yes, it's just
So
like
this kind of
yeah, it's just like duplicating something from the already successfully developing villages.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm getting it right, you have to have your own taste and your own cultural identity. So you cannot chase the social hits like on whatever TikTok, Xiaohongshu, and lose your identity. That's the key point, right?
Yeah. And also you want to create something new, or you want to create something different. You'll see the bottom idea is still you need design. So you need design. It's not designing a infrastructure. It's to design your development. Actually, you need to design what is okay, for example, for this area or for this river, for this part of for this land, and then you need to spend some money. It's not just you hire a random people who just giving you a picture or giving you a very common design. You need to find these people who can give you some really good idea or design that can help you that can help the project to be successful. Mm-hmm. So we can see a lot of this examples everywhere, like the Anhui, right, around there, or the other places. So the basic thing is still behind it is people are chasing for beauty. Yeah, people are chasing for what is looking good or like very relaxable. So that's the design logic in the behind.
Mm-hmm. And as you just mentioned, in today's digital age where we have all these social media platforms like Xiaohongshu, like TikTok, and also all these AI platforms, how do you think these new media platforms have helped you in promoting rural development? Or like how does Tangjiazhuang use these kind of tools to increase its visibility?
I like this question. It's actually a very interesting question because right now, as we've just discussed, right time it tariffs with the states, and also in the past we have the TikTok refugees that come into the red note. Mm-hmm. So basically, I think it's a source that the world outside, even like in before the propaganda from the US or the UK or everywhere else, it's giving like a negative effect, a negative opinion about China. But right now, I think people everywhere, they're realizing that China is not that. It's not what they have heard or they have seen from their social media. So right now, actually, the digital age right now, I think it's a great success process that bringing the changing the people's outside opinions about China. So actually, we're giving the world the right voice. I think right now is that here we have a peaceful and very happy environment that people we're welcoming you to do business with China, to come to travel to China. So actually you can see that even more. So gradually I think will be more about this voice to spreading out. And also in Tangjiazhuang, we are using the social media also to promote ourselves. But in the promote time, actually, in the past, we're still more in the construction to the renovating the period. So we're not emphasizing too much in the promotion, especially in the social media promotion. But right now, as gradually as we have evaluate that the village can gradually get into a promotion time, that we will increase our social media promotion, especially in this 平台. Yeah. So it's actually when you choose to promote your project. If you just have nothing, but it's just a natural scene, the beautiful scene, then you have a lot of the other places, then Tangjiazhuang is not the very top period. So basically we're still focusing on right now is that what we need to do in this period, what we can accomplish in this period. And once if we evaluate the business development is about around 40 to 50%, then we'll increase our promotion to help the whole brand to go out. Yeah.
How do you define the image of Tangjiazhuang Village or the beauty of it? Why is it special from your perspective?
To me, it was quiet. It has a very beautiful scene of the river, and then and because it's all surrounded by mountains, so basically in the very early or in the late afternoon, around evening time, they will have this mist that coming from the river and spreading to the whole village, and also surrounding by all the mountains. And also we have the small village groups, because Tangjiazhuang is actually very the whole village area is very far. It's like 2,222 something, very long, from the first village group to the very last village group. You need to drive about 30 minutes. So yeah, and along with the river, and then 6 village group besides this river. So basically, this village is not like the other big villages that everything is common together. It's like in a big area. It's just located near this river on both sides. So basically, in the small scale that we need to find out is we want to keep the quietness or the business in this scale, and not to increase too much. So Tangjiazhuang is also not a village that is like suitable for like thousands of people coming in every day. It's a village that is more suitable for like 100-ish people to stay here for the time, because it will be very flexible and we will feel very relaxable in this environment. If too much people are coming in and out, then it will destroy the sense of this village. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're trying to keep the balance between profit and the natural beauty. So I wonder, what is your vision and your plan for Tangjiazhuang in the next 5 to 10 years? And how did you see the future development of the village?
I think in the 5 to 10 years, my vision is I still wanted to really becoming as a future rural community. So I want more people to living here for the long term. And the old residents can also stay in here, and so they will have some small business, and we will have some tourism projects that can attract people to come in here. But I think here my vision is still we are going to the other side, because if the tourism projects, then you can see that we can happen everywhere, right? You can happen in Jiangxi, Wuyuan, right? If you have time, that you can create a lot of things. But Tangjiazhuang, they don't have the scale to do that kind of tourism project. It would just become a very common future community that we want more people to actually join in here to stay long term, and to see what we can gradually small changing to this community, right? So this vision is very hard to keep. So we need to really find a way to see how we can attract these people to join in our program. Yeah. But luckily, I think we're doing on the right way, because now the government, once we have this company to run the village, then we will know what money we can use and use in where to make these things more possible.
And what kind of village do you want Tangjiazhuang to be? I mean, in the far future. So how do you see Tangjiazhuang as an ideal village, and what kind of village would that be?
So for example, you have a supermarket, right? You'll have a delivery shop, you'll have some restaurants, and then you'll have some small rural, like the buildings and the host, and also we have some very nice like the shops, small shops that you can hang out, or you can just go and to stay, or you can see what is interesting in this. And we'll have the art gallery. You can see some exhibition. You can see how the photographers they shooted the scenery, and also the people, the daily life in this village. And also you have some small workshop sites. Then once you can come in here, and then you can have your kids and your friends or yourself you can do some very small creative activities in our workshops. Yeah, and also you will have the efficiency, or the things that you can like rent bikes, where you can walk and you can fishing in this village. So it's just a community. What we wanted a community to become. Then is the vision, I think, for Tangjiazhuang. It's just moving you to giving you a very relaxed living community.
Yeah, this vision sounds very attractive to me. So you were talking about how these young people were running away from the rural areas and to make a living in large cities. So right now, since villages like Tangjiazhuang are developing in a good way, so how do you think this would attract more young people to return to their hometowns and maybe start their own businesses, like what you said, bakeries, shops, galleries, things like that?
They will. Once this one, the development is going to the right side, right circle, then once the circulation is going running, then I think people will coming back. Or even not the old residents, the generation, the young generation of the old residents. I think even the new generation or the new residents, they will also bring people to come in this village. So, in fact, on the other hand, if we don't do anything, then it will gradually to be emptiness. Then if we're starting to do something new, then I think, well, even they coming here for money, even they're coming here for business, you can help them to increase their income. It will be people to come in here. Yeah. but it's a life business balance that we need to research. Yeah. And we also need to it's not a very I think no one can give a right, what is called the right answer to this development, because I think everyone now is still searching. But in fact, in the other hand, it's maybe just because so when our society is like developing, like for example, like the US, and then people are gradually, for example, they're moving their living circle to the rural area, and then at that time it's the right time to see what is the right direction. But at this time, I think Chinese people are still, focusing on the like the kids' education in the big cities to find more opportunities to the big cities. So it's still, that trend is not stopping, even in the States or in the UK. Yeah, but gradually it will become the exchange that more and more people are coming back or moving to the rural area. So it's that
it's becoming a choice of life, right?
Yeah,
like
it's
people
becoming the choice
back
of life
to the countryside.
Yeah.
And during my several visits in Tangjiazhuang Village, and I also saw some of the activities you and your team members have designed and carried out, like the exhibition of photos. And during the very first interview we had, and you mentioned the Mid-Autumn Gala. And do you think these cultural activities could be attracting the young people back to rural areas? And how do you see the function of all these cultural activities?
In fact, actually, I think my answer was maybe a shock to you, because I think this kind of cultural activity is a 瞬时流量. Yeah. It's not a long-term issue. I think it's more a promotion. But this kind of promotion, I think, in the other hand, is also good for the residents in this village, because everyone will become very proud of themselves, right?
Yeah.
Well, we host this kind of a very big activities here, and then we also have a lot of people coming in this village, and we have never seen this so much people coming in our village as before. So in the other hand, it's a good way to tell the villagers that it's a good thing is that you are a part of us, right? In the other hand, is that we use this a promotion skill to tell the others that here we will have a lot of interesting things to be happen, and then you can join us. You can get to know us more, and then you will have more interest in us. So that's a true way so this kind of activities will do, and then we'll do a long term, and then we'll see different ways to create these cultural activities. In the other hand, we definitely will do this kind of activity because it will be good us. It will be a very good things for us, and also the residents in the villages. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So from your perspective, you think how to sustain the development for the longer term is more important than such promotional activities?
Yeah, people only know that this kind of activity is more like a promotion for the sites, for the projects. But in the other hand, why we think it's very interesting is the lodge is actually a very good management tool for the residents of the village.
And Guo, thank you so much for sharing your incredible journey and insights with us today. It has been inspiring to hear how you are shaping the future of rural China.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And,
Thank you. Absolutely. And as we all know, China's #1 central document on rural revitalization is a major policy guideline. And from Guo's fantastic story and the experiences she shared with us today, we know how Tangjiazhuang's development aligned with this agenda. And Guo also shared about the right way to develop or change the image of rural China. For our listeners, we hope today's episode has given you new perspectives on rural revitalization and how young returnees like Guo are making a lasting impact.